Hey there, this is Dave from The Greg and Dave Show. Thank you for listening to the following broadcast here on Public House Media.
Do you need some extra motivation in your life? Are you looking to be inspired? If so, then look no further than the Good God Company.
At the Good God Company, their mission is to create and clothe all loving humans with their unique, inspiring, and beautifully designed t-shirts.
All of the products from the Good God Company are equally designed to motivate you and improve your life. From their mugs, workout tanks, to eye-appealing shirts and sweatshirts.
Learn more about their renowned products by visiting thegoodgodcompany.com. That's thegoodgodcompany.com.
The Good God Company is proud to support Public House Media. The Good God Company. I'm feeling good.
This is Daniel Poppy, host of How to Write Good here on Public House Media. I just want to thank you for listening to the following broadcast brought to you by Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope that you'll come check out my show, How to Write Good, the writing show that is not about writing. A new show of How to Write Good comes out every Wednesday, so don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of How to Write Good. Again, thanks for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
The longest and most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. You will never be able to get away from you. You will never be able to take a break from you. You will always be 100% attached to yourself. And the number one story that you always listen to is the one in your brain. So why not make it a good story? Why not make it an amazing story? Good morning, Sarah. Welcome to Public House Media. Welcome to Choose to Rise. My name is Kim Meyer, and I am so glad that you are here. Welcome. We are here brought to you this morning by the Good God Company, where their goal is to create t-shirts, other creative consumer goods, cups, all kinds of awesome stuff. They have beautiful, awesome, inspirational messages, motivational, spiritual messages, and designs that help motivate people all across the world for just, wearing and sharing good information. I don't know about you, but when I see a positive t-shirt or a positive something out there, it just brings a smile to my face. And that's one of their missions, is to help people be happy and healthy and just spread positivity across the world. So go check them out on Facebook or Google them, The Good God Company, and check out their amazing gear. You can use the code PHM10 to get 10% off. So go check them out. I know that I've received my stuff and I love it. I know you will too. All right, this morning we're going to be talking about 8 tips to increase your relationship with yourself, to improve the relationship with yourself. And I love these tips and tricks because they're so true. And, like I said before, like the one relationship that you're going to have the longest, the absolute one relationship that you're going to have the longest is the one with yourself. You can't escape yourself. You can't get away from yourself. You are you. And the story that you listen to the most is the one in your own head. So let's create a positive relationship ourselves, a relationship that we want to spend time with that person and, live a happy life, because isn't that the goal? I know it's my goal. Live a happy, healthy life, be able to encourage others and support others. And most importantly, know and understand that I am God's creation and He creates perfect beings. There's no mistake that God's ever made. And so why would we bash on that a little bit by not loving the creature and the creation that God made? So step number 1, open your mind. Open your mind. Read, listen, read some more, get connected with people, be receptive of new concepts and ideas, and living your life, and really empower yourself and encourage yourself and fill your heart and your mind up with positive stuff. You're starting on a good note today by listening in to here on Choose to Rise. Thank you so much for joining. I love the hearts and likes here. I appreciate that. If you're listening to the podcast version, I really appreciate that you're pushing play today. By starting out your day, like I do every morning, with a positive, uplifting podcast. This morning I listened to Brendan Burchard. This morning I listened to, the quote of the day. I've already dug into my Happiness Advantage book with Sean Aker, when you fill your heart and your mind with good things, you have good things to rely on. Last night we went to a Casting Crowns concert. I was able to take my daughter, and it was a great mother-daughter time. And one of the messages that he shared, in the middle of the concert was, the scripture that I fell back on when life got hard was the stuff that I read, right? Listen to that. Like the stuff that he falls back on, the information that he fell back on to help him get through a hard time in his life was the stuff that he'd read, or the stuff that he'd heard, the stuff that you put into himself. When you can pour into yourself the good things. When times get tough, when things get hard, the things that you fall back on in life are the things that you've taken in. So fill your heart and fill your mind with good, positive stuff, whether it's a podcast like this, or a good book, or scripture, or whatever it is that you are going to fill your heart and mind with. That's the stuff that you remember. That's the stuff that you pull from to get yourself out of the negative situations in the end. So fill your heart and mind with good things. Open up your mind, learn more. Number 2, forgive yourself. You did the best you could with what you had at the time, and so forgive yourself for those old mistakes. You can't go back and change those things. They are part of your past, and so you can let them shape you and help you create new positive beginnings for the future. You can help them, you can allow them to teach you how to do things differently. All mistakes that you make in your past are things that help you learn how to do things differently in the future. Now, if you continue to make the same mistakes over and over again, you're clearly not learning from it. But take the mistakes that you've made and figure out how to do something differently. A mistake and a failure, we need to recoin that word failure, recoin those words mistake, because what mistakes that we make in our life are not failures. They're not they're not stopping points. They're things to shape you for a new future. They're things to help you learn how to, maybe that's not the way to go. Like when you think about a mouse going through a maze, they butt heads into the wall, and then they turn around and they go back to find another way, right? Well, that's what mistakes are for us. If we stay stuck in that dead point, that spot in the maze where we're not going to go anywhere, that's how most of us live. That's when we don't forgive ourselves. But if we forgive ourselves for going that direction, we turn around, we find a new path, now we're learning from it. Now we're taking advantage of the mistake that we've made and really letting it shape us and helping us move forward in a positive way. The third thing that you can do is to pamper yourself. Right? Pamper yourself. Do something daily that feels good and is healthy for your well-being, such as like a walk on the beach. But if you're in Iowa, like me, there's no beaches. So go for a walk. Get out in nature. Be positive. Learn something new. Pamper yourself with a good, good morning, Maddie. Good morning, Devin. Pamper yourself with something positive, like whether it's a bubble bath or it's just 20 minutes of quiet time. Maybe you're getting into a good book and learning more things. Maybe you are, getting a massage. I have one scheduled this week and I can't wait. Maybe you are, pushing play on a great workout. Maybe you are just, getting your heart and your blood pumping. Do something for yourself that pampers yourself, that makes you feel good, is a healthy activity for yourself. Number 4, do a lifestyle audit. Yeah, do a lifestyle audit and break up with the unhealthy habits that are in your life, the unhealthy conditions that you have going for you. Look at what isn't working for your life and change it. I know that when, there are lots of, there's things that just don't go well in your life. And there's some things that are just not working. If, there was a factory that had broken things coming out of it, down the assembly line, and you can't sell the broken item, right? So what would that factory do? They'd go in and figure out what's, creating the broken item, and they'd fix it. Same thing with you. There are things in our life that are not perfect. There are things in our life that are just not working. And so why do we continue to do the things that are not working? I don't know either. But, when we do a lifestyle audit, when we really analyze, is this working for me in my life? Is this helping support me getting to my goals? Sometimes these are relationships. We talked last time about healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships. And sometimes you need to break up with some people and get some of that negativity out of your life. So do a lifestyle audit. Figure out what's working and what's not working, and get rid of the things that aren't working in your life and keep doing the things that are working in your life. Number 5, this one kind of goes with it. Build a tribe. Build a tribe. Be around people that are going to help you and support you and be a part of your life in an uplifting, positive way. Bring people into your life that reflect who you are or who you want to be. The 5 people that you spend your most time with are the 5 people that you're going to be the most like. You have 171% more chance of being like the people that you surround yourself with than your past, like your past relationships, like your parents, like and how you're brought up in this world, your teachers, your friends from back home, like all of that shapes you in your past. But who you surround yourself in the moment, who you surround yourself in your present life, those are the people that you're going to be most like. If they are positive people, you'll be positive. If they are negative people, you will be negative. If they are overweight people, you will be overweight. You need to find the people that you want to be, and whether it's people that you read in books, whether it's people that you get into a podcast with, if it's people that you are physically around or that you're surrounding yourself with in a virtual sort of way, find your tribe. Get connected with physical beings, but also people like, in this virtual space that you can help fill your mind with positive things. So build your tribe, be a part of, or find people that reflect the values that you want in your life, reflect the person that you want to be, and the goals that you have. Number 6, meditate. This one is hard for me. I'm completely honest and transparent here. I struggle with finding quiet time to get things done like this. I know that when I was doing it for a while, that it was powerful in my life. And I know one of the habits I need to find in my lifestyle audit is to put meditation back into it. Introduce some mindful living techniques into your routine. A 5-minute focus meditation will focus your thoughts and your emotions. And I know that is so true when I was doing it in my life. When I sit down and do my devotion, and I always had just like this quiet time, this meditation where I'd either put on worship music or I just sit in silence. And it was so wonderful. And I think I've just gotten away from it. I need to put that back in. Number 7, use affirmations. I love using affirmations. Every single day in my goals book, I am using writing my goals in an affirmative state. I'm writing them in a positive state. I'm writing them in a future state. I'm writing them as if they were already true. Because when you program the negative beliefs out of your life, when you reprogram the unhealthy thoughts by changing them to a positive, by changing them into a good thing, then you are able to reprogram your brain. One of the things I've talked about on here recently was how you can rewire your brain by creating a new path of least resistance in your heart and your mind. And so when you can change that negative path into a positive path with a positive statement and repeat that over and over and over again. So that's just where your brain goes when times get tough or you go to default mode. But using affirmations will help you do that. It will not only help you live a more positive life in the long run, but in the short run as well. Number 8, last one for you today, design your life. Design your life. Stop being a passenger in your life and take control. Get yourself into the driver's seat of your own car. Focus on what you want to focus on, what you want to manifest in your life, and the power of attraction will start to bring it to you. When I first started learning about the power of attraction, when I first started learning about this manifesting your own life, I was like, this is kind of hokey. I don't think I can do this. However, when you really focus in on the positive, it is so amazing how it lights up your life and how it creates the life that you want. Because what you focus on, you create more of. I think you've heard me say that more than once. So and it's so true. When you focus on positive things in your life, when you focus on the good things that are happening in your world, when you find gratitude in your day, when you find the positive things that can keep you going, that's when things just start to fall into place. One of the songs last night from Casting Crowns is, your world's not falling apart, your world's falling into place. And that is just so true. Like, when we stop focusing on the negative things and we start focusing on the positive things that God's brought us to in our life, life just falls into place. And you can start really loving who you are, really loving the life, really loving the story that you're telling yourself in your head. And it will just drive the happiness, it will drive the positivity, and it will drive your future going forward in a good, positive way. So I hope this morning that these 8 little tips, these 8 little simple things that you can get started with to start having a healthier relationship with yourself, because you are the one person that you're going to be spending the most time with in your life. So why not have a happy, healthy relationship with that person? All right, good. I hope you have a fantastic day today. I hope that you, like I said, got something out of this day. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode and that you come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here to Public House Media, right here to Podbean or Spreaker or wherever you're consuming your podcast, and join in. I would really appreciate your support if you would send this to 3 friends today. Copy the link, take a screenshot of the podcast you're listening to, and share it on your social media. Tag me in it, and I would love to send you a little something. And make sure that you are, just sharing and uplifting your positivity. If you are on the Public House Media page here today, I've shared the link to vote for Choose to Rise in the Podcast Awards, and I would really, really, really appreciate your vote there. It is a very large honor for a tiny little podcast like us to be nominated. And I feel weird asking because I don't toot my own horn. I don't ask for much in life. I just want this world to be uplifted and have positive, encouragement. And so if you feel so called to do so, I'd really appreciate your vote today. And you can vote all the way through the 31st. Encourage your friends to vote as well. Sharing this podcast with at least 3 people, spreading this out with other people who need to hear this, who need to rise up out of their current struggles and live their life with hope and purpose. I would really appreciate it. So thanks so much for joining me this morning, and I hope that you come back again on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here to Public House Media to watch me live, or check it out in the podcast app anytime, anywhere, and always. I'll be live on my page, Choose to Rise, tomorrow, when we're talking about 10 truths. I'm going to drop 1 truth every Tuesday, Thursday on my own Choose to Rise page, and then I'll be here back on Wednesday, Public House Media, with a big clue you don't love yourself with. Are you ready for that? All right. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you all again soon.